Hey, good evening, baseball fans. Sorry about the aborted stream earlier. Hadn't realized it was streaming. I'm just trying to work through some vagaries to get to some older baseball games and stuff like that. And it was frustrating me, and I realized it was streaming. So, anyhow, Al finishing up a stream there, going over, I believe, 1960 Red Sox. Here we're going to do a late game. If people show up, that will be really cool. And if not, maybe you catch it on the flip side. But anyhow, sorry for wasting a bunch of people's time. There really there's like 8 people watching. Like, what are they watching? And there you go. Live and learn, live and learn, live and learn. Anyhow, um, let's fix this up here. There we go. All right, that's a lot better. All right, so we're going to continue with this all-time greats thing on Out of the Park Baseball. Last night, there was a great reception to old-time baseball. I was really gratified to see that. You'll be seeing it more on the channel now since we've done like a kind of overview of the game. Maybe go a little bit deeper, do a draft one night on a stream or something. Or just, go ahead with that 1917 season. But tonight, it's going to be Dizzy Dean versus Dennis Martinez, the St. Louis Cardinals against the Washington Nationals. The Cardinals are 12-5 in the season, and the Nationals 5-12. The Cardinals, their record on the road, 9 wins, 2 losses. The Nationals, again, not off to a good start with 5-12, and at home, they're 1-7. So if you're not doing well at home, you're not going to do so terribly well on the road. So let's get to this here, and let's have some fun. And I realize that not a lot of people are going to come in at 11:13, but that's cool. That's cool. All right. So, leading off at shortstop, the Wizard of Oz, batting second in right field, Stan the Man, batting third at second base, the Raja. Batting cleanup at first base, Albert Pujols. Batting fifth in left field, Chick Hafey. Batting sixth and catching, Joe Torre. Both of them really hot bats as of late. At the hot corner, batting seventh, Ken Boyer. Batting eighth, center fielder Kurt Flood. And pitching and batting ninth, Dizzy Dean. Dizzy Dean off to a 3-0 start. A 3.00 earned run average, 1.38 whip. He has 6.4 strikeouts per 9, 2.1 walks per 9 innings. For the hometown Washington Nationals, leading off. In left field, Tim Raines batting second at second base, Alfonso Soriano. Batting third in right field, Vladimir Guerrero. Batting cleanup, the Hawk, Andre Dawson, who's been absolutely cold in terms of at the plate so far this season. Batting fifth at first base, Nick Johnson. Batting sixth at the hot corner, Ryan Zimmerman. Batting seventh catching, Damon Fletcher. Batting eighth at shortstop, Spike Open. And pitching and batting ninth, Dennis Martinez. Martinez in 3 games, he's 1-0 with an ERA of 0.39 and a whip of 0.73, 5.8 strikeouts per 9 innings, and 1.2 walks. So let's get out to the ballpark. The weather, clear sky, 64 degrees, and the wind blowing in from left to right at 9 miles per hour. 64 degrees, so nice day for some baseball. So here's hoping that you guys caught Legend Sports Universe Game 7 of that World Series last night. It was absolutely brilliant. Crazy game. It was definitely one of the best games I've seen done anywhere on our YouTube sports gaming. Hey, there's Aaron Reed. It was absolutely just a great game. If you haven't caught it, please do. No spoilers, but it was a nail biter all the way through. And with those 2 powerful lineups, I'll just give you this: the game did not play out as you might expect. All right, here we go. Leading off, then, Ozzie Smith. Dennis Martinez has finished his warm-up pitches, and yeah, so coming up soon, probably this week on the channel, we're going to be doing some non-baseball games here and there. And I think first up will be Talisman. We're going to have some fun with Talisman, and maybe a few of you that might have it on Steam. Even if you just have the base game, I have the whole thing. Maybe we can get some head-to-head Talisman going or something. It'd be a lot of fun. All right, so let's go around this nice ballpark here in the District of Columbia. Hey, Carlos and Big Clue. All right, here we go. The pitch to Ozzie Smith, and Smith liner right to first base. Johnson has it for out number one. Good to see you, Big Clue. It's been a little while, and Carlos saying last night that he's has a little bit more time, so able to hang out with the community some more, and that's great to hear. All right, here is Stan the Man Musial, Hall of Famer, great baseball player, and could play a hell of a harmonica, from what I understand. Stan the Man hitting 277, 8 runs batted in, including 3 home runs. Martinez has the sign from Fletcher. Here is the wind. 3-2 pitch on Musial. Musial lays off ball 4. Good eye up there for Stan the Man. There's Carlos again saying, okay, let's go Nats, says cousin Ken Castro. And, all right, we'll see. So Carlos says, just watch a video on how Mark Eichhorn was the best middle reliever of all time. Oh, that's a good one. And as Clinton Parks comes in, he says, Raja, for Raja Hornsby. So here's some trivia. Don't look it up. I've mentioned it one time on the channel. Rogers Hornsby, that name. It's a unique name for a reason. So let's see who knows the answer. Oh, so that stream was completely accidental. Completely accidental. Hey, guys. Hey, there's Christopher. We're going to get Christopher on mic some night. I'll explain that. A couple things. So I'm trying to work out where I can get, where I'm going to be doing stuff like micro league baseball, things like that, and working through this crazy system. And I hadn't realized I have a hotkey set up for when I have to stream games like old-time baseball, because you can't just, right, it takes control of your mouse. Hadn't realized. I'm like really pissed off at this thing, whatever. But I think I've got it worked out. So I think one of the old-time baseball games we're going to be doing first will be Micro League. I don't know if we'll do the Atari 800 version or the Commodore 64 version. So that'll be coming up. Had a great, and Legends just talked about your great World Series, the whole postseason. But again, man, you did a fantastic job. Looking forward to season 2. Hurry up and get to it. Forget that other F-ball stuff and all that, man. It's baseball. It's a true faith, my friend. But anyhow, as I was telling everybody, no spoilers, except to say that as powerful as the Giants and A's were, the ending and the game itself is not what you might expect going into it. But it was an absolute blast. One of the best games I've ever seen in our YouTube sports gaming community. There's Bernard Strom. So Christopher Slovic, I stopped into one of his broadcasts today, and we are, you betcha, Legends. And we're going to get Christopher on mic sometime. He and I need to just work out the 9-hour time difference. So guys, I will let you know through postings and Discord when we'll have Christopher on. And it's just going to be a good old-fashioned baseball chat. Chris is super intelligent. He and I have our love of Western Pennsylvania. I used to live and work in Pittsburgh. Christopher is from the Pittsburgh area originally. But we'll be talking baseball and a bunch of other stuff. So it's gonna be kind of a no holds barred chat. I hope you'll join me for that. Christopher, just one of the good guys in the community, along with everybody else, of course, you know, the content creators and others. But really looking forward. Hopefully Christopher will regale you with some of the tales, which he did with me today. It was great. Hey, Robert. He says, I'm still here and I saw her standing there. That counts. It absolutely counts. All right. So we'll see if anybody, without looking it up, Rogers Hornsby. There's something really kind of fun about his name, especially his first name. Because how many people do you know named Rogers? So you just blasted for another hour and a half last night. Nice. Way to go, Christopher. All right, here's the Raja now. 4 runs batted and a home run, hitting .290 for the Cardinals' immortal second baseman. Martinez kicks and fires. Hornsby swings, hard grounded to first, and they're going to go to second. They're not going to turn 2. Lead runner is retired, so 2 away here. in the top of the first inning. Albert Pujols. Yes, we are still doing. Not tomorrow, Robert. Tomorrow's Wednesday. So Thursday night. Thursday night. All right. Thursday night after your game, we will be assembling here to hopefully finish the draft. And with your games going pretty pretty quickly usually, and everything. Last time we started at 10 o'clock, so I'm hoping 8:30 to 9 o'clock. Probably about 15 minutes after you're done. Yep. Absolutely. Everything going well. All of you guys, man, you're making it a lot of fun. Anybody wants to, hey, Robert, I can't even use that as an excuse. So you talk about a messed up brain. So anybody that wants to come on mic, you want to chat tomorrow, or I mean Thursday, see, there you go, Robert. While we're doing the draft, it'll be a lot of fun. I think we can knock it out. I definitely think we can knock it out. Even if we do 10 more rounds and we get to 25, maybe the last 5 we can figure out in the Discord. But I think we can knock it out. I really, really do. And we're not going to let this one go 7 hours. Of course, 4 hours of that was after the draft. So now that everybody has it down, and you know the franchises that you're drafting from, you have enough time to sort of study, to anticipate, okay, if I get this span of years, whatever. I think we have found with the other Shanks that the second night went a lot more quickly. So, and the imagery on my side here, sounds cutting out for a second on purpose, out of the park, looks a little fuzzy, so I don't know what's going on there. I was doing a lot of crazy stuff in here. That could be it. All right, back to the ball game. Hornsby on first, 2 down, and here's the pitch to Albert Pujols. The 1-1. Pujols swings, fly ball center field, and camping under it and easing it into the glove is the Hawk for out number 3. So the Cardinals strand a runner. We go to the bottom of the first inning. It's the all-time great Cardinals, nothing, and the Washington Nationals / Montreal Expos coming to bat tomorrow night on Robert's channel. Inside Pitch 2016. It'll be 27 July 2016. Game time there. The Detroit Tigers at the Boston Red Sox. Going to be a good one. All right, the answers to the Rogers Hornsby is this one. It's kind of a neat one. So Rogers, his first name was his mother's maiden name. Hornsby, his dad's last name. So they took his mom's maiden name, coupled it with his dad's last name, and hence the reason for Rogers as opposed to just Roger Hornsby. So there you go, a little bit of Rogers Hornsby trivia for you. Always fun. All right, here is Tim Raines. Tim Raines on the season hitting just 138, 3 runs batted in, including a home run. Old Diz ready to deal. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Raines. Raines cuts on this one. Good contact. This one out to center field, and Kurt Flood showing that great range out there, making the catch. So 1 up, 1 down for Alfonso Soriano. Soriano hitting a solid 302. He's got 7 runs batted in, including 3 dingers. Diz peers in, has the sign from catcher Joe Torre. Here's the 1-1 delivery to Soriano. Soriano swings. This one just a soft fly ball out to right field, and circling under it and making the catch is Stan Musial. So 2 up, 2 down here in the Nationals first, and it brings up Vlad Guerrero. Guerrero hitting 219, 4 ribbies, 2 dingers. Dizzy Dean into his windup, and the 1-1 pitch to Guerrero. Guerrero swings, and this one, high fly ball into medium left, and Chick Hafey makes the catch for out number 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the second, and we are scoreless here at Nationals Park. Due up for the St. Louis Cardinals, we Chick Hafey, Joe Torre, and Ken Boyer. Chick Hafey hitting 298. So Hafey and Torre waiting on deck. Both hot bats for the Cardinals as of late. 298 for Hafey, 10 runs batted in, 3 home runs. Dennis Martinez kicks and deals. The 0-1 delivery to Chick Hafey. Hafey swings, and this one, a sinking liner to center field. This will get down for a base hit. Chick Hafey making the wide turn at first, and he is on. So first base hit in this game. Bernard Strom saying that he drafted Chick Hafey. Chick Hafey, forgotten player, baseball, pretty good player, he actually. So Clinton says he'll be in Newport, Rhode Island Friday, looking at another house. Oh, nice. Going to see Chateau-sur-Mer. So Rhode Island, huh? Going to be Cousin Ken's neighbor. Keep you guys contained there. In Rhode Island, in the Ocean State. All right, here is Joe Torre. Joe Torre hitting a .392 clip. 11 runs batted in, including a home run. Dennis Martinez with the 0-1 delivery to Torre. Torre swings. This one, a soft grounder to short. And Hafey is cut down. Looks like he might have been hurt. He's kind of limping around on the right foot. Trainer says he could remain in the game. So Torre aboard and a fielder's choice, one down. And here is Ken Boyer. Boyer hitting at .218, 6 runs batted in, a home run including that. Martinez deals. Boyer cuts on this one, a high drive, but I don't think it has the distance, or does it? It does. Wow, a big high arcing shot. Wasn't sure about that one. 2-run shot for Ken Boyer, and the St. Louis Cardinals jump out to an early lead here. It is 2-0, 399-foot shot. Let's take a look at that one again, just on a regular replay first. Wasn't sure. Was trying to follow the shadow of that ball, and I thought it was going to kind of die out there toward the warning track, and instead it goes about 6 rows back. The boos going up here, and give it one more look here. Exit velocity is 107.5 miles per hour. So Ken Boyer crushes it, much to the chagrin of the Washington faithful. So 2-0 St. Louis, one down here in the top of the second, and Curt Flood steps in. So Flood hitting a .192, 3 runs batted in, and a home run. Martinez deals the 2-1 pitch. Flood connects on this one, liner into left. This will get down for a base hit. Third hit now for the St. Louis Cardinals here. Martinez, they're seeing him well so far, and here's old Diz. Dizzy Dean, 1 for 8. Flood, good speed at first, good lead, 1 down. And here's the pitch. And Dizzy Dean checks his swing. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Dean gets a good bunt down, and they'll go to first. Sacrifice successful. Curt Flood moves to second, and we're back at the top of the order for the Wizard of Oz. Ozzy just 0 for 1 in this game. In fact, 11 for 62 in the entire season. Martinez deals. Smith swings, and this is a grounder to second, full extension, and unable to get to that ball is Soriano. So he gets to it, can't make the throw, and it's an infield single, hit number 4, and Ozzie Smith could try to steal with 2 down. Here's Stan Musial now. Musial walked his last time up. Martinez with a 1-0 delivery to Stan. Musial sends this high on the infield, and coming in and making the catch from third base is Ryan Zimmerman. So that's it. But 2 runs for the St. Louis Cardinals on 4 hits, no errors, 2 left on. We go to the bottom of the second. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nationals nothing. Andre Dawson will be leading it off here. Dawson in the season hitting just .164, 5 runs batted in, 3 home runs. Dizzy Dean into his windup. Here's the 2-0 delivery. Fastball swung on, 2-hopper to short. And up with that one is Ozzie Smith on to Albert Pujols for the 6-3 putout. 1 up, 1 down. And here is first baseman Nick Johnson hitting .303 for these Nationals. 4 runs batted in and a home run. Dizzy Dean has the sign from Joe Torre. Here's the 3-0 delivery. Johnson lays off the Dean fastball and draws the walk. So first walk issued by Dizzy Dean in the game. Nick Johnson will steal the occasional base. And here is Ryan Zimmerman. 250 clip for him. 1 run batted in thus far in the season. Cousin Ken Castro. How you doing, man? Nathaniel? Been a while. Legends says in another couple of seasons we'll be able to start covering the minor leagues. Oh, cool. That'll be kind of fun. A little bit in the Franchise Stars Baseball League too. So that'll be cool to see some of these, some of the farm teams. Looking forward to it. Once again, guys, you got to check out that Game 7 if you haven't yet. Absolutely brilliant, and it was a heart pounder. It really, really was. All right, Dean checks Johnson at first, 1 away. Here's the delivery to Ryan Zimmerman. The 2-1 pitch. Zimmerman lines this to left, but ranging hard to his right and giving chase is Chick Hafey. So good job out there by Chick Hafey, getting to the running catch and a sinking liner. So 2 away, Nick Johnson gets back to first base, and here's Darren Fletcher, hitting .429, but remember, it's early in the season, so he is not Ted Williams, hitting 4 for 16 overall. He has 3 runs batted in. Johnson leads off first. Diz lets it go. Fletcher swings. This one, a gapper into left. This is going to be for extra bases. Could be enough to score a run. We'll see the throw coming into the infield, coming to the plate. It's a strong throw, but no, it hits the cutoff man. And by the time it gets in, Johnson is safe. Fletcher picking up the RBI double, and the Washington Nationals / Montreal Expos cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1, bottom of the second. Spike Owen into bat now, hitting just .148. Owens batted in 4. Fletcher in scoring position at second. Martinez waits on deck, 2 down. Dean deals the 1-2 delivery. Spike Owens sends this to center field and down into the glove of Curt Flood. Slide retired, but the Washington Nationals pick up a run on the RBI single. It's now 2-1 as we head to the visitors' half of the 3rd inning, and it would be Rogers Hornsby, Albert Pujols, and Chick Hafey for the Redbirds. All right, good chat going on here in the ballpark with everybody. Dennis Martinez now uncorks it to Hornsby. Hornsby swings in this changeup, hard grounder to first. Plenty of time for Johnson to scoop it up and take it unassisted for out number 1. So these Nationals definitely want to keep Raja off the bases. Pujols now. He's 0 for 1 in the game. Martinez ready to rock. Here it comes. The 3-2 pitch to Albert. Outside, ball 4. So Pujols will saunter down to first base. And Chick Hafey will come into bat. Hafey 1 for 1. 2-1 your score here in the top of the 3rd. Beautiful day here in D.C. for baseball. Martinez kicks and deals the 1-0 to Chick Hafey. Hafey sinking liner to center, and right there is Andre Dawson. So we've got 2 fine center fielders here today. Curt Flood and Andre Dawson, both excellent range. Dawson a little bit more in the arm department, but definitely 2 marquee center fielders. Very strong outfield here for these National Expos. All right, here's Joe Torre, nothing for 1 for Torre. 2 away, runner on. Fletcher sets. Martinez works to him. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, twisting foul toward the third base side, and throwing aside the mask and making the catch is Fletcher. So no runs. There was a walk for St. Louis. They leave a runner at first, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd. And the score remains 2-1. Dennis Martinez, 0 for 8 in the season, steps in against Dizzy Dean. Diz has walked a batter. The 1-2 pitch to Martinez. Swung on. Bounding ball to first. And Pujols up with it. The quick throw to Dean covering first. And Martinez is out number 1. Let's go back to the top of the order now for Tim Raines. Tim Raines, a player I always liked. Raines nothing for 1. Dizzy Dean rubbing up the ball. Has the sign from Joe Torre. Here is the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Curveball, comebacker to the mound. Dean has it. On to Pujols for the 1-3 putout. So 2 up, 2 down. Good morning, good afternoon. We'll see if Alfonso Soriano will not go gently into that good night. Thank you, Dylan Thomas, for that. 0 for 1 for Soriano. Dean deals. Full count on him. Soriano lays off that pitch. So this one missing. Ball 4. Dizzy Dean pulling the string a little bit. A little change-up action. And comes in just a little bit low. So the speedy Soriano at first. And here's Vladimir Guerrero, nothing for 1. Dean checks the speedy Soriano. The 0-1 pitch swung on, and this one line to center field. This gets down for a base hit. Soriano, with his speed, makes third easily, slides in head first. And Washington threatening with 2 down here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Soriano at 3rd, Guerrero at 1st. Guerrero, decent speed, and here's the hawk. Dawson, nothing for 1. Dean working out of the stretch and the 1-2 pitch. Dawson swings, fly ball into medium deep left, and Chikathy making the catch. So 2 base runners in the inning, but Washington does not convert. We go to the top of the 4th. The Cardinals hanging on to the slim 2-1 lead. Welcome in, Tim. Good to see you, Clee, baseball fan. Tex Ags in here. Everybody having some fun and some laughs and all kinds of stuff. All right. The IQ of this group will never get past 50, and we're proud of it, Clinton. We're proud of it. We are proud of it, proud of it, proud of it. All right. Ken Boyer, 2-run homer his last time up. Will lead it up here for the Redbirds, followed by Curt Flood and Dizzy Dean. Martinez ready to work to him now. Martinez. Neither Dean nor Martinez have struck out a batter yet. 2 free passes issued by Martinez. The righty deals the 1-2 pitch to Ken Boyer. Boyer swings and misses. He was trying to duplicate last time, but that curve just couldn't get up to that one. Martinez fooled him. So 1 up, 1 down for Curt Flood. Flood is 1 for 1 in this game. Martinez toes the rubber. Here's the wind and the delivery to Curt Flood. Swung on, and this one, a hard liner to right field, but right into the glove of Vladimir Guerrero. Nice play. That one looked like it was twisting away from Guerrero, staying with the ball, and closing the leather around it. So here's Diz now. Martinez deals the 3-1 pitch to Dizzy Dean. Dean draws the walk. So ball 4, Martinez, not exactly pinpoint control tonight. Dizzy aboard, and here's Ozzie Smith, who's 1 for 2 in the game. Martinez comes home with it now. And Ozzie Smith swings, soft grounder to first, and Johnson up with it. He'll take it to the bag himself. And the St. Louis Cardinals are retired. They get a walk, leave a man. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's still the Cardinals 2, the Nationals 1. So, Full Metal Jack, didn't realize Matthew Modine was in Oppenheimer. Fantastic movie. Haven't seen it yet. Is Todd B in here, and he's firing across the bow. He says, "What's up with the timestamp now? Makes no difference what time it is. It's always time to pick on Ken." So, yeah, I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet. Got to check that out. Also, there's one open in the theaters that I do want to see. It's the Last Voyage of the Demeter. So, do want to check that one out. It's one chapter from the novel Dracula that they've adapted to a film. It looks beautiful, but if you guys have seen it, please no spoilers. If you read anything about it, no spoilers. I do want to see that movie. It looks beautiful. All right, here's Nick Johnson. to lead it off, followed by Ryan Zimmerman and then Darren Fletcher. Here's the delivery to Nick Johnson. Johnson swings. This one's going to get down for a base hit, left field. So Hafey playing it on the bounce there in left field wisely. So Johnson aboard for Ryan Zimmerman, who's nothing for one. Yeah, it does look scary. That's the other reason why I want to see it. I think that was like the best. I mean, it's a great novel, but the best novel in Dracula was Dracula's voyage from Romania to London, and of course, I mean, everybody's read the book, I would hope. So this is not a spoiler. Nobody survives the voyage except Dracula. But really, really looking forward to seeing that movie. I just realized it just came out on the 11th and forgot all about it. So working with animals does that, man. I'm still sore. Using muscles I forgot I had. Dean works to Zimmerman. Here's the 2-1. Zimmerman swings. And this one, fly ball to left, and ranging a bit to his right is Chick Hafey there. So despite those numbers, Hafey's showing some pretty decent range. He is definitely the weak link of this Cardinal outfield. Kurt Flood is the anchor. All right, Darren Fletcher bats with one away. Nick Johnson on at first. Fletcher has an RBI. The 1-2 delivery from Diz. And this one, a fly ball to right field, shallow right field, coming in and waiting under it is Stan Musial as he calls off Kurt Flood. So score that one, F9, 2 down. Johnson remains at first for Spike Owen. Shortstop, nothing for one. Diz uncorks the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Fastball there, good old country heat there from Dizzy Dean. A runner left on, we go to the top of the 5th. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nationals 1. Picked this game tonight mainly just for the matchup of Martinez and Dean. Thought it would be a fun one. So far it is 7 hits with these two teams, 3 runs, so 2-4-0 for the Cardinals, 1-3-0 for Washington. This will be Stan Musial, Rogers Hornsby, and Albert Pujols due up. Martinez kicks and fires. Musial popped out his last time up. Good solid line drive. Will get down for a base hit. So Stan the Man is aboard. Hit number 5 for the St. Louis Cardinals. And here comes the Raja. Will Martinez challenge the great second baseman? The Raja so far nothing for 2 against Martinez today. The 2-1 pitch to Hornsby. Hornsby swings, and this one, a liner to left, base hit for Hornsby. So the Cardinals going to play a little chipping away to get that insurance run strategy. Musial at second, Hornsby at first for Albert Pujols. A swing of the bat, and he is going to make the Washington Nationals' day really tough as we're in the middle third of this game. Pujols nothing for 1, digs in on the right-hand side. Martinez has the sign from Fletcher. He kicks and brings home the 2-2 pitch. Pujols swings, and this one is going to be a liner. Another base hit, 3 consecutive singles. The throw coming home. The slide, the tag not in time. So the Cardinals pick up 1 on Pujols' signal, and it looks like, let me go back here, looks like Stan Musial. Stan Musial taken out of the game. So that hard slide at home, just looking up here, and Musial was out of the game. That's going to hurt. And we will see who will come in for Musial. So 3-1 St. Louis, and here's Chick Hafey. Nobody out. Rogers Hornsby at second, Albert Pujols at first. So Cardinals relying on some base hit action now to get that 3rd run in. Here's the delivery. Chick Hafey, swing and a miss. So Dennis Martinez dropping the hammer. That's his 2nd K of the game. 1 down, and here's Joe Torre, nothing for 2. 2 on for St. Louis, and 1 in here in the 5th. The delivery to Torre. Torre looks at ball 4 outside. So Martinez missing on the full count. Fastball missing just a bit outside. And here is Ken Boyer. He's already homered once in this game. Responsible for 2/3 of these Cardinal runs. Hey, there's Al. Al doing some good game. He's doing it. It's Al. Remind me again what you're calling it, man. It's a 1973. It's a series, a World Series type of thing that Al's doing, and of course he was also reviewing what he's doing with his 1960, his beloved Red Sox. And Al, I could feel you. You were saying how you like most Red Sox teams. I'm the same with the Pirates. I like most Pirate teams, but not all. So just interesting. We should probably compare notes with that. I'd love to get you on mic some night, Al. I know it's a work night for you, but I'd love to get you on some night to just bullshit some baseball. And I know we've been trying to coordinate with Steve and all that, but love to get you on some night just to talk some baseball or whatever you want to talk about, man. We're going to have Christopher on soon. All right. Baseball Cup America. There we go. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I got a couple books coming myself. Even though I have Now Taking the Field, I decided to plumb for Rob Neyer's big book of baseball lineups. That's on its way. And even though I've got StatHead and all that stuff, I was looking over, and the all-time stats source book, the big blue 2,700-page volume, was getting lonely. So I have the Stats All-Time Handbook coming with the second edition with Ted Williams on the cover. And as I remember, when that book was first released, it actually came with a magnifying glass. I've got one here ready for it. The print is that small. So looking forward to more hernia-inducing baseball stuffage, because I don't want to sit behind a computer all the time looking at Baseball Reference. All right, runners at bases sold out. Bases jammed with Redbirds. Ken Boyer. He would like to get another home run here. Nowhere to put him. Martinez from the stretch, and the 2-0 delivery to Boyer. Boyer swings, and this is going to be a gapper to right. No, actually a little blooper to right, but that's going to get a run in. So Boyer, with responsible for 2 of the 4 Cardinal runs. RBI signal for Boyer. Bases remain loaded. 1 out for Curt Flood. Flood only has 1 home run this year. He's 1 for 2. Martinez out of the stretch again. Here's the 1-0 to Curt Flood. Batting with 1 out. And this one, fly ball, center fielder, and converging Dawson and Raines, but Dawson calls him off and makes the catch. So 2 down. Bases remain loaded for Dizzy Dean, and they're going to let Dean bat here, of course, in the 5th. Here's the pitch. Dean swings, and this is a high fly ball to left. Will it be enough, baseball fans? Nope, just short of the track. Tim Raines makes the catch. The St. Louis Cardinals leave them sold out, but they pick up 2 runs on 4 hits. 4-1 St. Louis as we head to the home half of the 5th. Yeah, Al, would love to have you on sometime. I think it would be an absolute blast. Just have a good old baseball, boxing, whatever. Whatever you want to talk about, man, we'll have a lot of fun. All right, Dennis Martinez will lead it off here. Martinez, nothing for 1. We swing back around to the Nationals Expos order. And Raines and Soriano. Martinez, nothing for 1. Diz has struck out 1, walked 2 in this game. The 1-1 pitch to Martinez, who swings. 2 hopper to second, and up with it is Hornsby. Hornsby will fire it on to Albert Pujols for the textbook 4-3 putout. 1 up, 1 down. And here's Tim Raines. Raines, nothing for 2. Dizzy Dean toes the rubber, and the 3-1 pitch to Tim Raines. Raines swings, and ground ball to first base. And Albert Pujols lunges for it and runs to the bag himself. So 2 up, 2 down for Alfonso Soriano. Soriano, nothing for 1. Dean delivers the 0-1 pitch. Soriano swings. Lazy fly ball out into center field. And Curt Flood is there. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. We go to the top of the 5th inning. top of the sixth, I'm sorry. St. Louis 4 and Washington 1. Just take a brief moment here to make a little commentary here and a thank you. Bernard Strom was talking about, sort of me helping him get into dead ball, and some other people, thanking me. But I've got people to thank. I've been doing this streaming stuff, and the guy I mostly have to thank for it is in this chat right now. It's Al Red Sox fan, who really, really encouraged me to do this. So those of you who have any complaints about what I do, go to Al and say, why'd you leave this Egypt to do this? And also, of course, to Ken Castro, who encouraged me when I was ready to throw in the towel after the first round. So, but Legends spoke last night about this community, and the community seems to be coalescing again, and it's very, very gratifying to see that, how everybody's going to everybody's broadcasts, even if it's just for a few minutes or what have you, just popping in to say hi. Al, you remember back when we used to do Apple horse racing with the Earls? Remember that every Sunday? And it's nice to see the community kind of getting back together. So, and there we go. Why I can't pronounce names, buddy, the only ones I really have trouble with, a few French names, are Eastern European names. ID Jester, another story, but we can't pick on him too much because he's not around as much. He's doing his own thing. So I will say to Clinton, bite me, Mr. Perks. There we go. All right, back at the top of the order here now for Ozzie Smith. We followed. Oh, and we will have Brian Jordan is going to be in now for the injured Stan Musial. All right. Ozzie Smith, 1 for 3. Dennis Martinez with the 0-2 pitch to the Wizard. Smith swings. Oh, and this one sharply hit liner into right field. Good contact there by the speedy Ozzie Smith, and Martinez. He needs to get a 2-ball here off of Brian Jordan. Jordan mainly being used for pinch hitting duties, not getting a lot of playing time. He's just 3 for 5 overall. Martinez checks Smith. He could be off with a pitch. Darren Fletcher, not the strongest arm behind the plate. Martinez deals. The runner does not go. Grounder to second. Martinez will not get the double play, though, however. Ozzie Smith looks like he was hurt, but he's all right. So, wow, these Cardinals getting banged up a little bit here, but the only injury out thus far is Stan Musial. But anyhow, Brian Jordan aboard, thanks to the fielder's choice. And here's Rogers Hornsby, 1 for 3. Martinez kicks and deals to the Raja. Hornsby swings, and this one down the right field line into the corner. This is extra bases. Hornsby going for 2. And this is going to be an RBI double as the ball comes into the cutoff man. Hornsby going for 3. The tag at third. And Hornsby is in there. So Hornsby advancing on the play, and the Cardinals pick up another one here in the 6th. It's 5-1. So Guerrero having trouble getting to that ball. This one over the head of Nick Johnson at first. Guerrero chasing it around in the corner. Gets to it, and that will be it for Dennis Martinez. Mel Rojas will come in now to pitch. Rojas has 4 1/3 inning work so far in this young season. 3 hits, an earned run, 5 strikeouts, a 2.08 earned run average. Good stuff, good movement, average control. Rojas working from the stretch, 1 down to Albert Pujols, who is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Here's the 3-0 to Albert. That was an RBI single his last time up. And Pujols will saunter down to first base. So, runners at the corners for Chick Hafey, who's been busy out there in left field today for the St. Louis Cardinals. 1 for 3 for Hafey. Rojas working out of the stretch. And the runner goes, and the slide, the tag, and Pujols picks up a stolen base. It's his first of the season. So he will pick his spots. So 2 on and 1 out here. 2 in scoring position. Hornsby at third. Pujols at second. And Chick Hafey back in the box. The 1-1 pitch to Hafey. Hafey swings, And this one is going to get down for a base hit left field. And St. Louis will pick up another run as Rogers Hornsby trots home. So the Cardinals plating 2 here in the 6th. This one becoming a laugher. It's now 6-1 St. Louis. Guys are talking about who they listen to for sports. So for you, Al, I mean, of course, yeah, you're a hell of a baseball broadcaster, but there is nobody, and all due respect to Anthony and everybody, there's nobody in this community that does boxing the way you do. You are the man, the man, the man, but I never know when you're going to have Jim Braddock fighting. So it's, yeah, every time you've had a Braddock bout, I've missed it. So also, I caught a Marciano fight that you did one time. So those are my 3 favorite boxers are Gentleman Jim Braddock, or yeah, right, the Cinderella Man. There you go, James J. Braddock, Rocky Marciano, Muhammad Ali. So, but you want to catch boxing, man? It's kind of like basketball. Dave Little is best in basketball. I think he calls the greatest. I don't even like basketball, and when I haven't caught Dave Little in a while, but love listening to Dave Little do basketball. It sounds like what I think basketball should sound like. All right, here is Joe Torre. He's nothing for 2. Chick Hafey at first. Albert Pujols at third. 1 away, 6-1 Cardinal lead. Rojas delivers. And this one, just a high pop fly. And first base side in foul territory. Nick Johnson with a good hustle, making the catch for the second out. So nobody moves thanks to that little pop out. And here's Ken Boyer. He's having a great day at the plate, baseball fans. He's 2 for 3. Home run, 3 runs batted in for him. Rojas with the 2-2 pitch. And Boyer swings, and this one grounded between third and short, base hit. So that will be an RBI. Coming in to score is Albert Pujols. So Ken Boyer continues his onslaught of Washington pitching. And 3 plated here by the Cardinals. It's now 7-1. This one is becoming one of those games that is a real pain to call. Chick Hafey at second, Ken Boyer at first. Here's Curt Flood, 1 for 3. Martinez deals the 0-2. Curt Flood, swing and a miss, strike 3. And Washington glad to be out of this inning because the St. Louis Cardinals pick up 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. 2 left on. It's 7-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. I was hoping this was going to be a good matchup, but Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, what are you going to do then? All right, Vladimir Guerrero steps in. He's 1 for 2. Dizzy Dean deals the 1-2 to Guerrero. Guerrero swings. Little number to third. Long throw across the diamond for Ken Boyer in plenty of time. So 1 up and 1 down, and here's Andre Dawson. Pardon me, gents. Nothing for 2 for Dawson. Dean winds and deals the 2-1 pitch to Dawson. Dawson swings. This one could get down for a base hit. It is a little dunker into left. So Dawson picks up a hit. That's number 4 for Washington. And Washington needs to start getting aggressive here as we're about to get into the late innings of this game. Dawson with superlative speed at first. Nick Johnson, pretty good contact hitter. Got to get Dawson on the move to stay out of a possible double play situation here. Torrey sets the target. The 0-1 delivery. The runner does go. The throw down, and Dawson is dead to rights. So that strategy did not work for Washington. Nick Johnson back in. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Johnson swings on this one, sinking liner to right. Oh, what a great play in right field by Brian Jordan. The running grab, full body extension to right. So the Nationals get a hit, but nothing else, and it was Andre Dawson who was caught stealing. We go to the top of the 7th. It's the Cardinals 7 and the Nationals 1. Whew. Guys talking about Just all kinds of stuff. Looking forward again to Thursday night's draft. As everybody asking Al and Legends and everybody who they like to, what they like to call. Nah, I do have things figured out, World's Worst Gamer. So that I had no idea that was even streaming. Dan Burke, welcome. So yeah, but I do have it. So we're gonna do some older games, but also probably tomorrow, sometime in the afternoon, gonna play some Talisman. So I said a few weeks ago that we're gonna be doing some stuff outside of baseball. Al always mentions to people baseball and music. Some music stuff coming up too. Al just basically kind of playing and whatever. So maybe some music stuff from people who work in the evening, cuddling with their loved ones, just doing some kind of chill sort of thing. So, but again, baseball is going to remain the absolute main focus of this channel. But every once in a while, later on this week, we're going to take a trip way, way back in time, and we're going to visit Micro League Baseball and a few other things. And yeah, we're going to visit some old arcade classics. Now that I've got it all figured out, man, Retro Bat is a pain in the ass. I hate it. All right. So Dizzy Dean will lead it off here. And a big clue, I know he likes RPGs and stuff like that. And I don't know how he feels about board games, but Talisman is a blast. All right, Mel Rojas, who worked 2/3 in relief, will stay on to pitch. He has a strikeout and a walk. The count even on Diz at 2-2. Dizzy Dean looks at called strike 3. So fastball in there by Mel Rojas. Comes up at 96 on the gun. So that's 1 out. And back at the top of the order, Ozzie Smith 2 for 4. Rojas deals. Smith cuts on this one. Liner to center field. And this will get down for a base hit. And the St. Louis Cardinals now have their 13th hit of the ball game. Tell you what, guys, 7-1. I'm going to go ahead and quick play this, and we can just talk baseball for a little tiny bit. Here we go. Yeah, 9-1. Phew. Here's your recap. This one was just getting, there was just no way. Just you get that feeling. You're just not going to catch up. The St. Louis Cardinals down the Washington Nationals 9-1 at Nationals Park. Ken Boyer led the way, going 3 for 4 for the Cardinals. And so the Cardinals go to 13-5. The Nationals fall to 5-13. In the top of the second, it was a scoreless game. Boyer hit a 2-run shot to put his team ahead, and Ken Boyer will be your MVP. I usually don't like to sim out games like that, but that's just crazy. We'll look at the standings here. Thus far, in the American League East, it's the New York Yankees, 3 games up. They're 13-3, 3 games up on the Tampa Bay Rays. Al, your Red Sox in third place, just 4 games back at 10-8. I'm not going to bother worrying about the other 2 teams. Well, except to say that the Orioles are stinking up the American League East. In the AL Central, it's the Cleveland Indians playing some superb baseball. They're 12-5, 3 games up on the Tigers, who are at 8-7, 3 games back. And then in the American League West, it's the Texas Rangers, just a game up. They're 10-7. They're just a game up on the Mariners and 1.5 on the LA Angels. Angels at 500 right now. In the National League East, it's Roberts' New York Mets, a half game up on the Atlanta Braves. So the Mets at 10-7, the Braves at 10-8. Ken's Phillies and the Miami Marlins are each 3 games back. Nationals in last place. Pardon me. In the, sorry to cough, guys. Getting a little bit of a St. Louis Cardinals, 2 games up on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Cardinals are 13-5. The Pirates at 11-7, 2 games back. The Brewers are 3 games back. In the National League West, the LA Dodgers at 11-6. They have a half-game lead on the Colorado Rockies. And that's pretty much the standings as far as... No need to go through the full standings of everybody right now. So, yeah, we're about, 18 games into this season. 18, 19 games. This has been fun. So, a short one. Certainly. So let's see what's going on. So Clinton Park says the track is his true favorite sport. Nice to know. Getting internet virus from, yeah, right. So the hell with that game. Oh my god. So yeah. So let's see. Which game are we talking about here? It's going all over the place here, man. So Al, what? So you have a couple baseball things going on. You have a lot of projects going on at the same time. As far as I don't know how you keep up with it, man, because you do like all these sports. It's crazy. So Ken's doing a 50 game season. I'm assuming that's for the bats. Oh yeah, yep. 1871 to 1960. Good stuff. Clinton says he remembers playing the old decathlon on an old IBM 386. You can still find all these games, just like the one I showed last night, which actually is going to be on the channel more and more now. We're going to do a little bit more old-time baseball stuff every once in a while in lieu of Ernie Harwell. So Ernie Harwell, Mel Allen, and Kurt Gowdy are going to be kind of sharing announcing duties on here. Too many projects. I feel you, brother. I feel you, man. I still have some stuff here. In fact, let's go ahead and save this. And Cousin Ken's probably the only one who will be able to stay up for this. But Ken. We have some unfinished business here. It's the 1915 World Series. Didn't forget about it. Just haven't done it in a while. So maybe that'll be all right. So never too many projects, says Legend Sports Universe. Well, yeah, but you know what? Think about it this way. We have somebody in our community that's been doing 1908 for what, 4 years now? So it's all good, man. All right, here we go. Let's have a look at what's going on here in this World Series. This will be Smokey Joe Wood against Erskine Meyer. So the Philadelphia Phillies lead this series 2-1. This was the first World Series for the Phillies, 1915. They would not return to the World Series until 1950 with the Whiz Kids. We're playing at the Baker Bowl, and you're about to see some of the beautiful work done by Mike Silva. This Baker Bowl looks beautiful. So for anybody feeling like you want to hang out and do some 1915, some dead ball World Series, we're going to continue with this. Wow, that's really fuzzy. I don't know what's going on, but a little late to change my settings now. All right. So Al, Red Sox fan, says, what I love about this community, it's like the bar cheers when you're down, but everyone knows your name. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I was telling, we were talking the other night, a bunch of us on here, as we're wont to do. I'm saying, there's just days I just want to, it's not upsetting in a hostile way, but it's like, man, there's nobody doing anything right now. What's going on? Come on, I need some, watch some baseball, watch some whatever. Geez, I dropped into your F-ball game the other night. So, you're right. I think this is, this community, I think, does that for everybody. All right. For the Boston Red Sox of 1915, leading off in center field, the Gray Eagle, Tris Speaker, batting second. At third base, Larry Gardner. Batting third in left field, the only baseball player with a cliff named after him, Duffy Lewis. Batting cleanup at first base, Dick Kablitzel batting fifth in right field, Harry Hooper batting sixth and catching hit Katie. Batting seventh at second base, Blackjack Berry. Batting eighth at shortstop, Everett Scott. And pitching and batting ninth, Smokey Joe Wood. And 1915, 15 wins, 5 losses, a 1.49 earned run average. For the hometown Philadelphia Phillies, leading off in center field, Possum Witted. Love What a great nickname, Possum Witted, huh? Gotta love it, Possum. Batting second at third base, Mel Stock. Batting third at first base, Fred Luderus. Batting cleanup, um, future judge Gavy Kravitz. Batting fifth in left field, Bills Becker, former Bucko. Batting sixth at shortstop, Hall of Famer Dave Bancroft. Batting seventh, catching Rabbit Bill Killefer. Batting eighth at second base, Bert Niehoff. Batting ninth and pitching, Erskine Meyer. Meyer in 1915 for the Philadelphia Phillies posted a 21-15 record with a 2.36 earned run average. Let's get to the Baker Bowl. The weather, 63 degrees in the city of brotherly love, blowing in from center field at 11 miles per hour. Phillies leading this one 2-1 over the mighty Red Sox. And we got to look at this. This is beautiful. This is and again, it's my YouTube monitoring is showing things kind of fuzzy, so I'm sorry if that's coming across that way, guys. I was doing all kinds of stuff. I should have done a system reset, but there you go. But anyhow, just the colors in this, beautiful, very, very rich. I think this is one of the best parks that Mike Silva has done in this fantastic mod. So this is Tiny Baker Bowl, $2.99 down the right field line. So it's very, very, very small park. Here we go. The Gray Eagle in this World Series will lead it off, hitting .385. He is 5 for 13, and I think we're going to have a pan around here of the Baker Bowl, and here we go. And here comes the pitch. And Tris Speaker opens it up with a liner to left. This will get down for a base hit. And Speaker gets about a third of the way to second base and decides to hang on. Beals Becker getting to that ball in a hurry and firing it into Booty Bancroft. The speedy Gray Eagle on at first. Here's Larry Gardner. Gardner hitting .308. He's 4 for 13. Speaker an aggressive leadoff first. Erskine Meyer checks the runner. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Speaker goes. The bunt is down. It's a good one. The only play for Meyer will be to first. And they get Larry Gardner by a gnat's eyelash. Speaker moving to second. So a hit and run was on that play. So Boston coming out aggressively here in the top of the first. Here's Duffy Lewis. Lewis hitting .214 in the series. 2 runs batted in. Erskine Meyer checks the speedy Speaker. Speaker dancing off second base. Here's the pitch. Speaker's going for third. Here's the throw down, the tag, and Tris Speaker will pilfer third base. So Killefer, good gun down there at the hot corner, but Miltstock's tag just a bit late. Speaker getting the hand in through the dust and touching the bag. So Boston threatening with one down. Speaker just 90 feet away. Duffy Lewis back in the box. The 0-2 pitch from Meyer. Lewis swings. And this one, fly ball. Where's it going? This is a weird glitch here. This is one of those fun things that this one bouncing somewhere. We're going to have to look at the replay on this. Ha ha. I love it when Out of the Park has a stroke like this. Kind of much the same way that Action P sees chalkboard. Let's see. They got him out, but Speaker scores. What the hell happened? Let me see. All right, so Duffy Lewis, blah, 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 from the stretch, checks Speaker, kicks and deals. Bouncing ball to the right side. Fielded by Niehoff. Throw to first. Lewis is out, 2 gone. Speaker scores. Okay, that was fun. So these baseball sims will sometimes stroke out a little bit. All right. Dick Hablitzel now. He's 4 for 8. The base is empty. A Boston run in. Meyer deals. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Hablitzel. Hablitzel swings. Grounded to short. And Beauty Bancroft, in one graceful motion, fires onto Fred Luderus to retire the side. The Boston Red Sox pick up a run, and it's the Red Sox 1 and the Philadelphia Phillies coming to bat here at the Baker Bowl. Smokey Joe Wood faced Possum-Witted, Milt Stock, and Fred Luderus. Possum has made some pretty decent plays in center field. At the plate in this World Series replay of 1915, he is 3 for 15. Oh yeah, I've seen clip. I even see clipping in MLB The Show. It's a fact of life, unfortunately. But yeah, I see outfielders doing bump Baileys in out of the park baseball. All right, Smokey Joe Wood ready to fire it in. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Possum Wooded. And this one a gapper into right field. And here come the Phillies. Wooded is going for second. Remember, it's a very, very short right field, so Wooded had to turn on the jets to get into second. So a runner in scoring position, and Wooded does have some really, really good speed. Here comes Milt Stock now. Stock having a disappointing series, hitting just 133 the run batted in. Wooded, good lead off second base, tying run in scoring position for Philadelphia. Smokey Joe with a full count to Milt Stock. Milt Stock looks at a called strike three. So Smokey Joe Wood rearing back and firing the gas. So one down for first baseman Fred Luteris, and he's having a good series, hitting 429 with a run batted in. Smokey Joe Wood deals to him the 1-2, and this one grounded to first. The only play will be to first. Blitzel will take it, 3 unassisted. Moving to third on the play is Possum Wooded, 2 down now for Gavy Kravitz, who has 3 runs batted in, a home run, hitting 231 in the World Series. Philadelphia leads this series 2-1. Smokey Joe Wood deals the 3-2 pitch. Kravitz swings in the full count pitch, sinking liner to left. That's going to be an RBI, and the Philadelphia Phillies tie it up here in the bottom of the first. It's 1-1. So Gavy Kravitz with an RBI double, and Philadelphia answering Boston here in the bottom of the first. Cousin Ken saying he's a Phillies fan who admit that Beauty Bancroft shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. Exciting ball player, though. Pretty good defense, man. Pretty good defense. But certainly when you consider that the kind of company, shortstops that we're talking about that are in the Hall of Fame, it is kind of hard. I think Bancroft was Hall of Very good. But when you got guys like Wagner and and Vaughn, and I mean even Ozzie Smith, and so many others, right? I definitely get it. All right, here's Bills Becker, who crossed the state from Pittsburgh and plays for Philadelphia now. Becker hitting just .083, has a run batted in, though. Gavy Kravitz at second with pretty good speed. Base hit could score Kravitz easily. Smokey Joe Wood with a 1-2 to Bills Becker. And Becker sends that into that Bermuda Triangle into left, but ranging out on the outfield or the infield grass is Everett Scott to make the putout. But Philadelphia picks up a run on 2 hits and 1 left in scoring position. We go to the top of the second, and we are tied. Boston 1, Philadelphia 1. And it will be Harry Hooper, Hick Cady, and Blackjack Berry. Harry Hooper just 1 for 10 in this World Series. Erskine Meyer has the sign from Rabbit Bill Killefer. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hooper tried to hold up, and umpire Bill Clem says you win a round. So 1 away here for the Boston Red Sox in the top of the second. The Royal Rooters making the trip here to Philadelphia. John Honeyfit Fitzgerald is here. Ned Enough Said McGreevy. The Royal Rooters are here at Tiny Baker Bowl. All right, here's Hick Cady now. The Boston catcher is hitting .455 in this series with 3 runs batted in. Meyer deals the 3-1 pitch to Cady. Cady lays off. This one just off the black from Erskine Meyer, who wanted that call. Doesn't get it. Hick Cady aboard now for Blackjack Berry. Berry, a member of that great $100,000 infield put together by Connie Mack, Philadelphia Athletics in the 1910, 1911. An excellent second baseman, Blackjack Berry. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Berry, and Berry swings. This one grounded to third. Are they going to turn 2? They won't. So Blackjack Berry aboard on the fielder's choice. Barry was the victim of a nasty, nasty spiking by Ty Cobb. And Connie Mack, not a fan, as you can well imagine, kind of putting the hurt on his superb second baseman. All right, here's Everett Scott now. Scott, nothing for 9. So the Red Sox would certainly like to see this bat heat up a little bit. Erskine Meyer deals the 2-2 pitch. And this one grounded deep to second. And up with it, and making the catch is Niehoff. On to Luderus at first. Inning is over. The Boston Red Sox manage a walk, but nothing else. We head to the bottom of the second inning. We are knotted at 1 in Game 4 of a replay of the 1915 World Series. I know, right? But you know what? It wasn't just Ty Cobb. It was just a thing you did. It was a thing you did. You know, Wagner spiked people. It's just that Cobb wasn't very well liked. All right, here is Bancroft. We follow by Rabbit Bill Killefer, Bert Niehoff. Bancroft hitting .333 in the series with a run batted in. Joe Wood deals the 3-2 pitch to Beauty Bancroft. Bancroft, a swing and a miss. Looks like he chased that one out of the strike zone. Expanding a little bit for Smokey Joe. So 1 down for Bill Killefer. Killefer is 3 for 10 in this series with 2 runs batted in. Smokey Joe Wood winds and deals the 1-1 pitch. Killefer swings, base hit, right field. This one will get to the wall, and going for 2 is Killefer. Here's the tag, and he's safe. So a 1-out double here for Philadelphia. Runner in scoring position, and here is second baseman Bert Niehoff hitting .375, has a run batted in. Smokey Joe Wood with a 2-2 delivery to Niehoff. Niehoff swings, and this one grounded to second. Up with it is Barry, and he'll fire on to first for out number 2. Moving to third in the play is Bill Killefer. All right, here's pitcher Erskine Meyer. He's 1 for 3 in this World Series with a run batted in. Wood from the stretch in the 3-2 pitch to Meyer. Meyer swings and pops this one. Little flare in the infield. And on the third base side, making the catch is Gardner. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left just 90 feet away. We go to the top of the third. It's the Red Sox 1, the Phillies 1. So this one a little bit more fun than the last one we did. All right, here's Smokey Joe Wood, and then speaker Larry Gardner due up for the Boston Red Sox. Erskine Meyer with a strikeout and a walk. Thus far through 2 innings. Smokey Joe 1 for 6 with an RBI in this World Series. Meyer deals the 2-2 pitch to Joe Wood. And line drive, base hit, left field. Or right field, I'm sorry. Wood's going for 2, and he slides, and it's in there. So it looks like, oh, we have an error. We have an error. So that's not going to be a double. Let's look at that again. It looks like it's an error on Kravitz. So score that one. It's going to be a single and an E9, I believe. But let's have a look at this one again. Yep, Kravitz drops the ball, chases it back, and there we go. So it's a base hit, and then the error moves Joe Wood to second. So go ahead run for Boston, perched out there with nobody out, and here is Speaker. The Grey Eagle is 1 for 1. Meyer checks Smokey Joe Wood, who has some speed at second. He brings it home. Speaker gets a good bunt down. This one back to the mound. The only play is going to be at first. Meyer fires on to Luderus for the 1-3 putout. And moving to third is Smokey Joe Wood. Here's Larry Gardner now. Larry Gardner walked his last time up. Erskine Meyer out of the stretch in the 3-1. And there's a bunt. And coming home to score is Smokey Joe Wood. The squeeze play worked. How about that? And it's 2-1 Boston. Oh, it feels so good to be back in dead ball baseball. Damn it. So Speaker was coming home. And there's that head first slide. Suicide squeeze in the World Series? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So what's the deal with 1883? You and Sean SGJ, I think it is. Everybody's like on all about 1883. What am I missing about 1883? Bernard Strom says he loved the story when Kerrigan, manager of the Red Sox, yep, knocked Cobb unconscious, yep, by tagging him in the face of the ball when he was trying to score. Also happened in the 1909 World Series to Cobb. He got tagged in the mouth by Hannes Wagner. Makes you wonder how Cobb had any teeth. By the time he was age 30, you think they were all knocked out. Yeah, Kerrigan was tough. Bill Kerrigan was tough. And so you talk about this Red Sox team, Bernard. Bill Kerrigan and Tris Speaker hated each other. And it was based on religion, believe it or not. Bill Kerrigan, a Catholic, a rather devout Catholic. And Tris Speaker, hardcore Protestant. And yeah, those two did not like one another at all. The upshot is later on, Tris Speaker did marry a nice Catholic girl. So I guess his anti-Catholic sensibilities, because he was on record he hated Catholics, must not have been too bad. He married a good Irish Catholic girl, and I'm sure she straightened him out. But Kerrigan was a tough player. I'm trying to remember. Yes, I have Texags. Not in what I'm playing now. I have seen 2-out bunts in out of the park baseball. I know everybody was shocked, but that was a thing. Ken, you can back me up. Clint, you can back me up on this. 2-out bunts, they were rare in the dead ball era, but they did happen. The idea was try to catch people off guard, play small ball. So that it was rare. But it wasn't something anomalous in old time baseball. I've seen it. I've seen it in action PC. Again, it's rare, but yes, I know Robert was like a bunt with 2 out. Yep, that would happen in this era. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh no, it is. I mean, believe me, as much as I've studied dead ball baseball, it's bizarre to me. Would I have called call for a bunt with 2 out? I don't know. But yeah, it will happen. Super rare play in real life, but it did happen. It's so strange. Again, it's the game we know, and yet it's a game we're not familiar with when we're talking about this era in baseball. All right, Duffy Lewis has an RBIs 0 for 1. Erskine Meyer deals. 2 down, and this one swung on, grounded to first. Taking it on the hop is Fred Luteris, and Duffy Lewis is retired. 1 run, nobody left, and the Boston Red Sox leading the Philadelphia Phillies as we head to the bottom of the 3rd here, Baker Bowl. It's 2-1. Possum Whitted, we're back at the top of the order. Milt Stock and Fred Luteris. Smokey Joe Wood with 2 strikeouts in the game. Toes the rubber and fires it in. Possum Whitted doubled to lead off the game. This time, a 2-hopper to short, and up with it is shortstop Everett Scott, who fires on to Dick Blitzel for the 6-3 putout. 1 up, 1 down. Milt Stock, nothing for 1 in the game. Hick Cady sets the target for Smokey Joe Wood. He winds, and the 0-1 pitch. Milt Stock swings. This one, dribbler to third. Stock with good speed. It's going to be close. And they do just get Stock by a step. So 2 up, 2 down now. For first baseman Fred Luteris, nothing for 1 against Smokey Joe. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on. This one wrapped to third. And the long throw across the diamond. Good speed, but Larry Gardner able to get it with a hard throw. So the Phillies go in order. We go to the top of the 4th. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Phillies 1. Red Sox looking to even it up here. The Phillies looking for a 3-game-to-1 lead over these Red Sox. Nice tight ball game thus far. Dick Blitzel now will lead it off here for the Scarlet Hose. Blitzel is nothing for 1. Meyer ready to rock. Here it comes. The 0-2 pitch. Blitzel swings on the 0-2. 2-hopper to second. And up with it is Bert Niehoff. He'll fire on to Fred Luteris for the 4-3 putout. 1 up, 1 down for Harry Hooper. Hooper most associated with the Red Sox, but actually had his best years with the Chicago White Sox. So in the all-time greats league that I'm doing, I actually put Harry Hooper on the Chicago White Sox after looking at StatHead and seeing that he definitely put up a lot better numbers with the White Sox. So that's where he is. And saw his book on eBay, Cousin Ken, and should have picked it up when I was ordering those baseball books, but starting a new job now, I've got to kind of be careful of the money for a little while. But Harry Hooper, eminently intelligent man. I've seen some excerpts from the diary that he kept as a rookie coming up with the Red Sox way, way back. So, very well-spoken man and quite a writer. Erskine Meyer deals to Hooper with one down. Full count on Hooper. And Hooper will look that ball right into the glove of Rabid Bill Killefer. So Speedy Harry Hooper aboard for catcher Hick Cady. Hick Cady has been clutch for the Red Sox and their only win thus far over the Philadelphia Phillies. So we'll see what Cady can do in this game. He's drawn a walk off Erskine Meyer. Hooper, big lead at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Hooper does not go. Ground ball, second base. Are they going to get two? They will not. Hard slide breaks it up. So Cady aboard in the fielder's choice, though the fielder had no choice to go down on his arse in the infield. And here's Jack Berry, nothing for one. Cady at first, no speed. Two down, top of the fourth. And Jack Berry dribbles this one to short, and taking it to the bag himself is Dave Beauty Bancroft. So inning over, there's a walk, a man left on. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's still 2-1 here in Philadelphia. Yeah, his diary is brilliant, Harry Hooper's diary. So, oh yeah, 1883. Yes, last year. We're talking about 1883. Yep. So okay, so in bats he's on the White Sox too. Glad I made the right decision there, because if Appa is going to put him in Chicago, I didn't know that. That makes complete sense to me. Yay! Now I feel good. All right, here's Gavy Kravitz followed by Bills Becker and Dave Bancroft. The Philadelphia Phillies would like to see Kravitz knock one out of here. He did have some pop. But he's 1 for 1 today with a run batted in. So the only Phillies run, and he's responsible for it. Smokey Joe Wood deals. Here is the 1-1 pitch. Kravitz swings. Fly ball to left. And ranging over for it is Duffy Lewis. Calling off Tris Speaker, and he makes the catch. So 1 up, 1 down for Bills Becker. Nothing for 1. Smokey Joe Wood has the sign from Hick Cady. Here's the wind and the 0-1 pitch. And Becker, little grounder to third. Oh, and on the underhanded toss, from Dick Blitzwell, he knocks down the ball. Little underhanded toss over to Smokey Joe Wood. Wood drops the ball. That is E1, and the speedy Bills Becker is on. So the tying run aboard for the Philadelphia Phillies with just 1 out. Could this prove costly for the Red Sox? Got a job of work to get Becker around, though, but with his speed, you might be looking for him to steal here with the light-hitting Bancroft up. He's 0 for 1. Wood deals. The runner goes, and here's the throw down to second. Coming up gunning was Hick Cady, and that was a big clutch play. So getting Bills Becker was huge for these Boston Red Sox. So 2 down, bases empty. Bancroft back in the box in the 2-0. Bancroft swings, and this one's sinking line to the right, base hit, and the caught stealing has got to hurt a little bit there for these Scarlet Hose. So, or for these, for these Philadelphia Phillies, I should say. I'm sorry. So Becker is on third on that hit by Bancroft if he's not caught stealing. All right, so Bancroft with speed. 2 down for Rabbit Bill. He is 1 for 1. Smokey Joe Wood checks first. Here's the pitch to Killefer. Killefer swings. And just a sort of 1 bouncer to first base. And that one taken 3 unassisted for the third out. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The score remains the same. It's 2-1. Everett Scott will lead it off for the Red Sox, followed by Smokey Joe Wood and Tris Speaker. Erskine Meyer with a strikeout, 2 walks through 4. Meyer deals the 0-2 pitch to Everett Scott. Everett Scott rips at this one, grounder to third base, and gloving it is Milt Stock, and he fires on to Fred Luteris for the 5-3 putout. 1 up, 1 down here in the visitors' half of the fifth. And here's Smokey Joe Wood, who had that great season in 1912. Smokey Joe Wood slipping on some outfield grass, though. Did some serious injury to his pitching hand and was able to reinvent himself into quite a fine position player. But what might have been for Smokey Joe Wood had that not happened. Certainly, Joe Wood, I think, would have made Hall of Fame as a pitcher. And again, as I've said a billion times, Walter Johnson said in 1912, nobody throws harder than Smokey Joe Wood. All right. He's 1 for 1 today. Erskine Meyer deals. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Wood. And big swing and a miss there. Meyer picks up K number 2. And we're back at the top of the order for Boston and Tris Speaker. 1 for 1 for the stellar center fielder. Erskine Meyer with a full count. Sacrifice bunt for Speaker last time. This one, a comeback to the mound. Meyer fields it and fires on to Luteris at first for the out. So Boston gets nothing, and we go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still the Red Sox 2 and the Philadelphia Phillies 1. Our Red Sox fan, good night, my friend. God bless to you too, buddy. All right. So we got some hardcore fans still hanging in. Still pretty early out there for Bernie at 9:37 for Bernard Strum. Did a 1912 game. My internet crapped out on me earlier today, Bernie. I'm sorry, Bernard. I'm sorry I couldn't hang out for the rest of the game. I'll go back and catch the rest of it after this. All right. Bert Niehoff, Erskine Meyer, and Possum Whitted due up for the Philadelphia Phillies. Smokey Joe Wood, 2 strikeouts, no walks through 4. Wood deals. Here comes the 2-1 pitch to Niehoff. And Niehoff, oh, this one, a seeing eye single pass short into left center field. So that will be the 5th hit for the Philadelphia Phillies. A runner aboard, and Niehoff is fast. So we'll see what they're going to do here. Certainly an attempt at a sacrifice. Corners in. There's a little bit of a shift left on the outfield, as Smokey Joe Wood will be peering over at Niehoff, trying to keep him honest. Here's the pitch home, and this bunt up in the air and fielded off the mound. Smokey Joe Wood, and having to quickly get back to first is Bert Niehoff. Clutch play there by Smokey Joe Wood, and just bad bunt by Erskine Meyer. So, World's Worst, a.k.a. Sean says, something that happens out of the park, Action PC Baseball, and maybe some others, is that intentional walk pitches should be included in a pitch count, but it should not move pitcher closer to being tired. Just had it happen in action where Hubble walk made him tired. Forgot that it did that. Rules like, so I agree with you, but on the other hand, the pitcher, even though he's not throwing hard, he's still making that arm motion. So if he's got, let's say he's up at 90 pitches. I'm just offering an opinion here, my friend. So that's 4 more pitches he's putting on his arm. Who knows? It would be interesting to ask the programmers, of these games, Action, PC, Out of the Park, Baseball, whatever, why intentional walks, would contribute to a pitcher's tiredness. I can only think it's because of arm motion. So, I don't know. Guys, any thoughts on this one? No, I'm not like arguing with you on this, WWG. I'm conjecturing, if anything. All right. Here's Possum Whitted now. Smokey Joe Wood deals to him. And Niehoff started to go. This one, a sinking liner to right, and making the catch under the Pippi cigar sign is Harry Hooper. So 2 down. So that bad bunt by Erskine Meyer could come back to haunt the Phils. 2 down. Here's Milt Stock. Also, the caught stealing of Bills Becker. So a couple of unfortunate things for the Phillies, but still just within 1 run of these Red Sox. Wood deals to Milt Stock. Stock swings. This should end it. Wood up with it. And bad throw. But, and that one is a bad throw. This one pulls, Dick Blitzel off the bag and Milt Stock aboard. So speed on the base paths, ducks on the pond for the Philadelphia Phillies. What can they do here with 2 down? Fred Luderis hitting .375. He's 0 for 2 in this game. Phillies have a chance here to capitalize. Smokey Joe Wood with the 1-1. Luderis swings, grounder to second, and that will end the inning. The 4-3 put out. The Phillies leave 2 and do not take advantage. And a couple mistakes. We go to the top of the 6th. It's the Red Sox 2, the Phillies 1. Red Sox scoring 1 in the first, 1 in the third. The Phillies 1 in the first. That is it. Larry Gardner, Duffy Lewis, Dick Blitzel to get it going here for the Boston Red Sox. Erskine Meyer, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts through 5. The righty winds and deals. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Gardner. Sacrifice bunt his last time, and a big swing and a miss this time, chasing this curveball out of the strike zone. So 1 up, 1 down. Meyer picking up strikeout number 3. Stepping in now is Mr. Lewis, he of the Cliff. 0 for 2 with a run batted in. Meyer deals the 0-2 pitch to Duffy Lewis. Lewis swings. Hard ground ball to second. Taking it on the room service bounce is Niehoff, and he fires on to Luderis for the 4-3 put-up. 2 up, 2 down here for Boston in the top of the 6th. First baseman Dick Blitzel now will have a go. Bats in the cleanup spot. He is 0 for 2. Erskine Meyer has the sign from Rabbit Bill Killer for the 1-2 pitch to Blitzel. Blitzel turns on this ball, and this is going to go for extra bases all the way to center here in Baker Bowl. Blitzel pulls into second with a 2-out double. So that is the 3rd base knock for the Boston Red Sox in this game. And Blitzel very fleet of foot, and here's Harry Hooper, nothing for 1. Meyer from the set in the 1-2 to Hooper. Hooper swings. This one a little flare to left, running in hard, and making the catch is Bills Becker. Side retired. The Red Sox leave a man in scoring position. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Boston Red Sox over the Philadelphia Phillies 2-1. So, point, counterpoint. Yeah, absolutely. Sitting at a table to play a game, feeling relaxed, trouble slowing the mind down. Oh, right. So talking about Clinton talking about cards and dice baseball for him. Absolutely. Inside pitch looks really interesting to me. And as soon as the developer, Chris, goes back before 1950, I may look into that game. I'm having a lot of fun watching Robert play it and David baseball demos. Trying to invent some way to do some cards and dice baseball up here with 2 crazy cats and stuff, so, and setting up some room, but I'm really looking forward to it. Once he'll get back into the 1930s or something. At least the 1930s. Come on, man. All right, Gavy Kravitz, Beals Becker, and Beauty Bancroft. Joe Wood, wind up, and the 0-1 pitch. And Kravitz sends this on a line to right field, and right in front of the scoreboard is Harry Hooper, gloving it for out number 1. All right, Bills Becker, 0 for 2. He's caught stealing in this game. Smokey Joe Wood winds, and the 1-1 pitch to Becker. Becker showing bunt, bunts this one back to the mound, and Smokey Joe Wood has that by a country mile. So 2 up, 2 down. And here's Beauty Bancroft. He is 1 for 2. The 0-1 pitch. And this one lined right to second to Jack Berry. So The Red Sox set them down in order, and we will proceed to the visitors' frame. 7th inning here, and it will be Nick Cady, Jack Barry, and Everett Scott. Erskine Meyer, still some gas in the tank, rears and fires to hit Cady. Cady swings, and this one scorched into right field. Base hit for Cady. Boston picking up its 4th hit of the game. And here's Jack Barry, 0-for-2. Erskine Meyer, ready to work from the set, the 2-2 pitch. And swung on, this one on a line to center field, and at the wall, making the catch is Possum Witted right in front of the Coca-Cola sign. So 1 up, 1 down. Cady retreating to first, and here's Everett Scott, hitless in this game. He is 0-for-2. Cady a conservative lead off first as Erskine Meyer ready to twirl it. Here's the 1-1. And this one's going to be dumped into right field in front of Harry Hooper for a base hit. Or in front of Gavy Kravitz. All this red here, guys, and it's late. All right, Cady at second, Scott at first. 1 away, here's Smokey Joe Wood. He is 1-for-2. Boston looking to add some padding to this 2-1 lead. Erskine Meyer's 1-0 delivery. This one grounded to second. Are they going to turn 2? They will not turn 2. So fielder's choice, Smokey Joe Wood aboard. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Nick Cady at third, Joe Wood at first. For the Gray Eagle now, back at the top of the order. 1-for-2, Meyer from the stretch, and the 1-0 to Trespeaker. There goes the runner, and the throwdown is in time. So the Red Sox leave one, and we go to the bottom. We'll go to the middle of 7th. We'll call the 7th inning stretch time. It is 2-1 as we move through this game. Take a slug of water. Time travel baseball. Never heard of time travel baseball. What is time travel baseball? Oh yeah, Robert does great cards and dice baseball. No doubt about that. All right. So to be killed for Niehoff and Meyer due up for the Philadelphia Phillies. Smokey Joe Wood winds and deals. And a big swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Smokey Joe Wood. A little fastball action there. Nothing fancy. So 1 away here now. Bert Niehoff, 1-for-2. Smokey Joe Wood winds and the 1-1 pitch. Niehoff swings, and this one twisting down the line to left and making the catch is Duffy Lewis. So 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th for Philadelphia. And it brings up Erskine Meyer. And it looks like he is going to stay in. Here's the delivery. Struck out his last time up. And Meyer sends this one way down in the corner to left field. And Meyer will stop at first. These Philadelphia fans not having a lot to cheer about. Meyer getting the base hit, and here comes Possum Witted now. So the tying run on first for Philadelphia here. Witted 1-for-3. Meyer has good speed. Joe Wood checks the runner, and here's a delivery grounded to short, and they're not going to turn 2 as Everett Scott double pumps but holds on to the ball. The Phillies trying to mount something here with 2 down. Erskine Meyer at second. Possum Witted, the faster runner, at first. And here comes number 2 hitter Milt Stock, hitless in 3 tries. So Philadelphia certainly had chances in today's festivities, but they have not capitalized. Joe Wood deals to Milt Stock. The 1-2. Stock swings. This one popped in the infield. This should end the inning. And indeed it does as Jack Barry makes the catch. So 2 left on for the Phillies. We go to the 8th. It's still 2-1. This is It's a hell of a good baseball game. 2-5-2 for the Boston Red Sox. Philadelphia 1-7-1, and I feel like, is there a cat sitting under me? No, there isn't. Okay. My cats like to sit when we're doing these. All right, it'll be the number 1, 2, 3 hitters for the Boston Red Sox: Tris Speaker, Larry Gardner, and Duffy Lewis. As Cousin Ken says, "Come on, boys, bring them home." Erskine Meyer deals to Speaker, the 2-1 pitch. Speaker swings and diving stop at short by Bancroft. What a play. We were talking about Beauty Bancroft earlier, and this deserves a Super Stats replay. Excellent play by Bancroft. All right, 1 down. That one definitely would have been a gapper, and with Speaker's speed, could have been enough for a triple. But instead, spectacular play by Dave Beauty Bancroft. And here is Larry Gardner. Larry Gardner with a run batted in this game. Erskine Meyer with a 3-2 pitch to Gardner. Gardner lays off, ball 4. So good eye there, Larry Gardner. Here comes Duffy Lewis. Gardner can get around the base paths. Duffy is nothing for 3 with a run batted in. Meyer, wiping his brow, has the sign from Killefer. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Lewis swings. This one grounded to third. They will not turn 2. Fielder's choice, as no relay throw is made. Lewis board 2 down now for Dick Blitzel. Erskine Meyer wants to get him. Go to the 8th. Going into the bottom of the 8th for Philadelphia, we will see Luteris, Kravitz, and Becker. Lefty Blitzel in the box against Erskine Meyer. Meyer lets it go. And first pitch swinging, grounder to first, taking it to the bag himself is Fred Luteris. So Boston manages a walk. They strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It's the Red Sox 2 and the Philadelphia Phillies 1 in this replay of the 1915 World Series. The Red Sox would win this World Series in real life. Right now, Philadelphia holding a 2-1 lead in our alternate replay. All right, it will be Fred Luteris, Gavy Kravitz, and Beals Becker. Smokey Joe Wood ready to work now. The line on him through 7 innings work, 3 strikeouts. Has scattered 7 hits, touched up for 1 run. Wood deals the 1-1 pitch now to the Phillies' first baseman. Luteris cuts on this one. High pop fly in the infield. Calling for it and making the grab is Everett Scott at short. So 1 down for Gavy Kravitz. Kravitz is due. Does have a home run in this World Series. He's 1 for 3 today with a run batted in. So they are guarding the lines in the infield, and the outfield is deep, trying to guard against that extra base hit. Let's look at Kravis' hitting tendencies. So he is a spray hitter, but he's going to tend to go toward the left more than anything. So the Baker Bowl tiny, so Kravitz could conceivably put it out of here. Base is empty. Smokey Joe Wood deals. Here's the 0-1 to Gavy Kravitz. Flied out his last time up. And this one, a soft fly ball that will hang up there in left field until it finds the glove of Duffy Lewis. So 2 away here. Time running out for Philadelphia. Boston on the verge of evening this series up. Beals Becker, nothing for 3. Smokey Joe Wood with the wind and the delivery. And Becker pops this one on the infield. This should be it for this inning, and indeed it is. Everett Scott. So we've played 8 here. The Philadelphia Baker Bowl. It's Boston 2, Philadelphia 1. And leading it off here for the Boston Red Sox in the top of the 9th, George Herman Ruth. So Ruth 1 for 5 with an RBI in this World Series. He'll be followed by Hit Katie and Jack Berry. Looking around, we don't have any substitutions. So Ruth stepping in there, little waggle of the bat. Erskine Meyer ready to fire it into the future Bambino. Full count on Ruth. Ruth swing and a miss. Strike 3. That's Erskine Meyer's 4th strikeout of the game, and that was a big one. So Ruth is gone, and here's Hit Katie. 1 for 2. Killefer sets the target, Erskine Meyer, into his windup, and here's the pitch. And Katie swings, and a little flare to right, but this is going to hang up. And making the catch right in front of the scoreboard is right fielder Gavy Kravitz. So 2 away here in the Boston 9th, and Blackjack Berry will have a go. He's been frustrated 3 times against Erskine Meyer. Here's the 0-1. Berry swings this one, liner to short, and right into the glove of Beauty Bancroft. So the Boston Red Sox go in order, and we head to the bottom of the 9th. Philadelphia will send up Beauty Bancroft, Rabbit Bill Killefer, and Bert Niehoff. 2-1. Can the Phillies tie it up and then walk it off to take a 3-1 lead, or will Boston even it up? Bancroft 1 for 3. Smokey Joe Wood ready to deal. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Bancroft. Bancroft swings. Fly ball, right field, ranging to his right and in a little bit. Olaf Henriksen. So Henriksen is in now to play right field. Harry Hooper's day is done. Henriksen with excellent range out there. Average arm, but a lot of range. And Olaf Henriksen seeing most of his playing time as a pinch hitter for these Boston Red Sox of the 1910s. Dode Paskert will pinch hit for the Philadelphia Phillies. Paskert 0 for 2 in this World Series. Joe Wood has the sign from Hit Katie. Here's the wind and the 1-0 pitch to Dode Paskert. Paskert swings, and he gets some good contact on this one, but it's going to be a liner right to Tris Speaker, making a nice running catch coming in on that ball. And Philadelphia down to its last batter. Boston looking to even it up here. Niehoff 1 for 3. Smokey Joe Wood with the 1-2 delivery. Niehoff a swing and a miss, and that ends the game. And I've been misreading this all the time. I'm sorry now. I was thinking it was a 2-1 Philadelphia lead. I read it wrong. Boston Red Sox taking a 3-1 lead. My apologies, man. Mea culpa. Mea culpa, mea culpa. Jeez. The Phillies had the lead in this game. I don't know why I was reading it the wrong way. Anyhow, Smokey Joe Wood pitched to Jem to help the Red Sox escape with a tight 2-1 victory over the Phillies in a low-scoring World Series contest today. The right-handed Smokey Joe threw 9 innings, a 7-hit ball in the win, just enough the Red Sox on a day when their offense dried up. So they're leading this one 3-1. Again, I'm so sorry. I thought it said Philadelphia was leading this 2-1. I have to go back and see. Anyhow, Smokey Joe Wood went the distance for the Red Sox, allowing 1 run on 7 hits while striking out 4. And next game will still be here at the Baker Bowl when we get back to it, whenever that is. The line for the Boston Red Sox, 2 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors. For the Philadelphia Phillies, 1 run, 7 hit, and 1 error. Tris Speaker had a stolen base. Smokey Joe Wood was caught stealing. Smokey Joe Wood actually, with 2 errors for Philadelphia. Bills Becker was caught stealing for the Phillies, and Gavy Kravitz making an error in right field. We had no triples. So Smokey Joe Wood's ERA 1.57 in this World Series, and Erskine Meyer 2.76. Player of the game is Smokey Joe Wood. So there we go. Oh, you guys are welcome, and I don't know what the hell the game is doing here. Being weird. All right. Anyhow, yeah, you guys are very, very welcome. Tough one to lose. Certainly was. So be back tomorrow during the day for some baseball. don't know what. Maybe a little bit of talisman as well. Remember, Thursday night is our draft. So looking forward to seeing you guys there. So my thanks to Cousin Ken Castro, Heart and Soul of this channel. To Bernard Strom, he said, thanks. He loves Deadball, Tex Ags. He says, awesome broadcast. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Sean DeMarco, a.k.a. World's Worst Gamer, says 2-1 game in the Baker Bowl. Wow, how about it? Yep, Clinton Parks. All right, man. Plumber coming in the morning. Get some good sleep, my friend. I just had to plunk down 500 for a plumber last week here. Ugh. Terrible, terrible, terrible. World's Worst Gamer, thank you, buddy. Bernard already said thank you, too. But I'll say thank you again. Our Red Sox fan, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate you very much. The Professor Clinton Parks. Going back here, Legend Sports Universe was with us for a while tonight. Always good to see Legends. Do check out that Game 7 of the Franchise Stars Baseball League. Todd B. Was with us tonight for a while, picking on Ken. Oblivious of the timestamp. Carlos Yaz was here tonight with us for a while. Thank you, Carlos. Dan Burke, also in the ballpark tonight here. Clee Baseball Fan, great channel there. Check that out. He's finishing out a 2007 Indians replay. I think we got everybody. Let's see who was first in the ballpark tonight. We're running out of Robbie Wartburg bobblehead dolls, I'm afraid. So I don't know who was first. Robert was also here tonight. So we're going to give Carlos Yaz the first in the ballpark tonight. Big Clue was actually here earlier, too. I do remember that. Carlos Yaz quitting his jobs. You're quitting your job tomorrow, so kind of struggling, concentrating. I get that. All right. All right, guys. See you around the batting cage. Good night. Thank you so much for coming in.